Now he's in the finals.
He has won a lot of best of threes to get here.
His opponent in the top left-hand corner, the red Terran player, the reigning champion, the commander of Billy the Marine. It's CM Star Polt. All right, Kev. Polt is dropping that barracks.
Good analysis there, Ben.
Dropping that gas. And this looks pretty much the same.
Do you think we might see a Reaper into Reactor, into another Reaper? Either way, Ben, these games, they've just been phenomenal. I can't actually wrap my head around the fact how good that last game was. I think on a certain point I was hallucinating units all around the map and I wasn't sure if they were actually real or not. I think I was seeing Reapers as Marines, Marines as Hellions, and everything was flying through each other. But just a fantastic TVZ. But I have to admit, if I was Byul right now, Ben, I'd be pretty heartbroken, or at least mentally broken, maybe heartbroken too. I would just go Bailing bust.
It's a tough thing to play 3 games back to back to back where you're phenomenal.
He really was. It's not like we can say, his macro slipped or that was just an awful engagement. No, he played his heart out. He played great.
Nearly perfect. And when your best is not good enough 3 times in a row, man, mentally it has to be just brutal.
Yeah, I actually don't know what to say. I would love to see him once truly, as soon as he gets that 4 base economy, as he gets that high drone kind, I would love to see him play like Ultralisk Infestor for real, not like it went on Eklund, which was kind of a commitment, but it was a little later. It wasn't like a true commitment. He had a crazy amount of Mutalists, and he lost them all, and then he's like, I'm still going to need a few Mutas. I'm also going to go Broodlords at once, because he keeps putting himself in these great positions. And, you know, with just Infestors and Ultras, it might not be enough, but maybe he's going to be able to trade a little better, because Polt is just getting the better hand of all these exchanges. As Marines are so much cheaper than Mutalisk and Banelings.
So true. 3/3 Marines are very difficult for a Mutaling player to deal with. It stops being cost effective, and we saw it there. 20,000 difference in resources lost.
Very recently there was a big thread about how amazing Polt has been over the last few months, and how many of his best of threes that he's won. He lost 2 best of threes against First, and I think he lost one in the playoffs of one of the IMs, against Revival, I think, on Intox Remastered Shanghai. But now again, just going 6-7 best of threes, undefeated here in WCS Season 3. I'm very excited to see what Polt can do at the season finals, which we are going to see him regardless.
He has looked just phenomenal. True champion, Kevin. Win or lose, a true champion, and he is now 1 map from once again lifting that trophy and once again being crowned champ. Reapers have gotten a good scout. Polt's got a good feel for what Byul is doing. Everything looks so similar, so familiar.
Keeping a close eye on the gas kind of Byul to see if he has any crazy intentions this game, Ben. But so far it's just happy droning all the way. Speed is about to finish up. First Hellions are about to enter the fray. And, you know, I wouldn't actually mind another game like the last one. Just let it be the exact same, Ben. I'd be fine with it.
Byul's gas continues to climb. There are, well, there's only a single drone mining gas, but he is.
I think it's just going to be the 6-minute layer again, like we saw on, which map was that?
Our first map.
Was it Frost?
Polar Knights.
Was it Polar?
Could be. 6 minutes, 15 seconds. Still a little bit of gas being mined. Zergling speed finishing up.
No, he's going to go up to 3 bases. Which I wonder why he's still. Okay, he actually stopped mining gas, so he only has a single drone on it. So.
But he's mined so much. What is this for? It could be for upgrades. It could be for layer.
Could be a Bane nest. Second extractor is going down. Still, maybe it's a Roach Bane?
Could be. That 3rd base would be a great way to sell it. We see him stopping at about 39 drones if he cuts it now.
No, double Evo going down. Unless this is the most convincing sell of all time. If that's the case, man, he can convince me into buying anything.
I would buy stock in this timeshare.
I would buy houses in Detroit.
Oceanfront property in Detroit.
Just lovely.
At 3rd hatch looks like it will finish up, and drones are coming once more. It's 1-1 before layer. This is strange. Reapers and Hellions are going to do a little bit of harassing in this 3rd expansion. You're going to see if they can deny this hatch. But Speedlings making their way around for the surround. I think Polt is going to get caught.
Yeah, is it enough though? There are 15 speedlings out on the map. So far, Polt is microing this very well.
It's so
picking off
well
quite
controlled.
a few of these
Almost
things.
every Zergling will get roasted. And Polt's going to get out of there.
If he has 5 more links, I think that ends completely different. But well, the beautiful micro by Polt regardless.
Now the layer's coming, and a Baneling nest. Now, think back with me to the days of Dimaga.
I love thinking of Dimaga. I do it all the time.
And the popular, charismatic Ukrainian Zerg player did popularize a very powerful Baneling all-in off of 3 bases with +2. Crashing through buildings and killing Bio and SCVs with ease. It's a build he used to take a game off of MMA in the finals of IEM Kiev.
That is correct.
But
your memory is good today, man. I'm impressed after this long week of StarCraft. Back then you just had this burning passion, so you'll never forget it.
But we still don't know for sure that that's the direction that that Byul's going to take this.
Was it on Whirlwind or Tal'Darim? The first map back then, Dima, was the only one he won.
You definitely played Tal'Darim. I think he won Tal'Darim and then lost doing the same build 3 more times.
Yeah. And maybe was like, okay, let me hard counter this.
Let me just go mech.
Let me make a lot of tours. Anyways, first drop is active on the side of the map.
I think this could be what we're seeing. Now, Dimaga did it with mutas.
A lot of extractors are going to, just a few minutes to fake it out and sell it as a normal game. Ben, this little push, I'm kind of worried about it. There are 15 speedlings, 7 banelings. We have 67 drones, but there are not that many fighting units on the map for Byul.
A single okay baneling connection. 16 lings are about to pop out, and that might be enough for Byul to stabilize. A lot more. Man, he doesn't want to engage with the Banes because he knows that Polt can easily micro against them. Has to wait for his lings to spawn. Hatch is going to get very low. Is that a transfuse on a Baneling that I saw?
No, on the hatchery, I think. Still, all these Marines are still alive, and reinforcements coming in. Drones being pulled as well.
Oh god, this is doing a ton of damage. Polt is forced way back, but not before doing some substantial damage both to the economy.
You know, Ben, that was an extremely good push by Polt, but I think that Byul is going to be okay with that. He kept the hatchery alive. He lost a handful of drones, almost 2 of them, but still, the third orbital is a little late. It's going to take quite a while before it will actually go. Look at how quick 2-2 is. You know, maybe with a few, maybe he's going to make 6 to 10 Mulalisk and then indeed go for the 2-2 Baneling boss, which would be very interesting to see.
4th hatch going down. It's been mostly unit production for the last few minutes from Byul. We do see a single drone building, but 14 more lings on the way. God, this looks so much like what Dimaga used to do.
He knows that there is the threat of another medevac poke with Stim Marines, and he doesn't really have excellent pre-threat here because Polt dropped the scan earlier to pick up these too much, which was one of the crucial parts of his little push. Zergling Scout, unfortunate job, man, but someone has to do it.
Yep. And this time with speed on the lings and the banelings, it'll be easy for...
This could be very nice. Most Marines are a little bit out of position. Maybe he can pick off a few SCVs here and there.
Are you serious?
Not a single one, really, Polt.
That's ridiculous. That's just unfair. A couple of Zerglings might try to pick off this one low-health SCV, but that ain't gonna happen.
That SCV knows that he's living on the edge.
Man, Polt just seems to...
Look at Byul's money, Ben. 5 more Overlords on the way as well. Look at Byul's money.
Will it be 10 mutas or will it... I think it's gonna be 10 mutas. I think he's just gonna jump back into his normal...
10 Mulalisk with a 26 Marines already. The reactors are all up and running. This is Polt, as we know him. He loves to stay on this amount of racks for an extremely long amount of time. He's doing a really good job in keeping creep in check as well. Sure, it's already up to the middle of the map, but it could have been worse, and now he picks up these active teamers too. Yeah. So far, he's just doing a lot of stuff right.
Byul's going to take more bases. He's going to add a couple more drones. He does want to turn this into a macro game once more. Polt's done a great job thus far of being very safe with his units. He hasn't really committed too many units. He's never lost units carelessly. Byul's in good shape. I mean, I like his position. He's got a healthy economy. He's going to have 4 bases, and he's going to have a formidable layer tech army once more. But Kev, I feel like we've been down this road a few times.
Yeah, so if he's able to creep threat all the way to the other side of the map, A, that's going to make his threat a lot better, and B, it might be a lot harder for Polt to secure that 4th base. That could be very important. The 10 Mulalisk are out on the map. 2-2 upgrades are ready as well, so these Zerglings and Banelings are capable of messing with these Marines. Yep. More than that.
More than messing with it. Cleans it all up. That's an easy win there for Byul. Polt at the same time pushing into the 4th base will cancel this building hatchery. That's a nice pickup for Polt.
Very, very nice for Polt. There are 73 drones out on the map at the moment.
Unlucky Zergling crashes into a Widow Mine, but the rest of the Zerg army is there to clean it up.
You know, you never know how many it is if you don't see it. As the light was blocking my vision. Could have been 1, could have been 20. Sounds the same. Doesn't have the same impact.
We'll never know. I just saw one Zergling head fly across the screen, so I assume it was
we'll
one.
keep it at 1 then, I didn't miss anything. Nah, beautiful focus fire there on these banelings. A couple of banelings will roll in, but this is not a fight that Bjork can take over here. He's going to have to fall back, and he's going to need those additional banelings that just morph somewhere. Perhaps he's going to try to set up a great engagement, or is he going to counterattack? 2-2 is about to finish up, by the way, for Polt. Oh god, this is such a scary push. 110
Polt is so
supply.
consistent. His control is just top notch. Byul is out on the map now. He can close the distance quickly with so many fast mobile units.
This is risky,
like
man. There are Widow Mines over here as well.
You know, first Widow Mine connects with only 5 or 6 Lings. Second Widow Mines are going to blow up on small numbers of Zerglings as well. And now we've got Mutas, Lings, and Banes uncontested.
Yeah, but this army is just not that big. It's not that huge.
And Polt is just choosing not to fight out on, like, elsewhere out on the map. I guess it makes sense with this many Mutas and Lings in the I'm sorry, Zerglings and Banelings.
Polt again barely took any economic damage over there. He barely lost any units. If we take a look at the units lost resource tab, we can see 3,600 against 7,000. This is a 16-minute game up to this point, Ben. Polt has been twice as effective throughout the entire game.
And it's it feels like a very familiar story. Polt so consistent with his unit control. It has been just he's been a steel wall, man, against the constant crashing of Zerg units just over and over.
Byul's gonna scout this big push right now from Polt on the left bottom side of the map. He has a few Lings and Banelings here. Most of the mines are not burrowed yet. A few of them are.
And Widow Mines actually come up with a couple of whiffs, but the Marines able to thin out so much of the Zerg army. There's some good Baneling connections, but there is still so much bio alive. The Mutas will fly in, and with the Mutas and the last of these Banelings, yes, Byul will clean it up, but that was an expensive defense. Polt with a clear supply lead, and the attack just doesn't stop.
Do we have any Banelings left? We got 6 of them, 35 Zerglings just hatched as well.
Oh god.
This one burrow Baneling did get taken out by these SCVs.
Widow Mine does get picked off by Mutas, so no threat there. Another hatchery picked off for free. Polt continues to play just with supreme confidence. 3-3 halfway to completion. Byul has again stalled out on layer tech, and it just isn't getting better for Byul, Kev. He can't get a 4th base.
It has looked better in other games than it does right now, and that's not a good sign, as everything else is identical to how those games played out. A couple of Mutalisks will fall here as well. 52 Marines on the map, 9 Widow Mines. Creep spread is almost non-existent. Polt has done a phenomenal job in thinning out creep. Oh my god!
That's it! The Mutas go down!